It's Okay He Made College Dropout.
Dude, you really think Freddie Gibbs is top two all time?
That was good.
Um, okay, let's just get right into it. How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to episode 1 of The Bridge is Up. That's right, we have a name now. It was a very collaborative effort. I did come up with the name, however.
Exquisite.
However, it was also a group effort to decide, narrowed it down to a couple, and this is what we decided upon. I'm Sam, as you may know, and this here is my assistant Angus.
Hi. Greetings. Season's greetings.
Yes, indeed. Oh, so snowy.
Happy holidays.
So yeah, let's just get right into the topics. Pretty much the same as last time, but we switched out the what in the world for our Mount Rushmore of rappers. Pretty much all time. I would say, yeah, it's all time. I might have one old head in there a little bit. So
Oh, me too.
oh,
Okay.
let's go. So to start it off, we'll start with our hot takes. Do you want to go first? Should I go first? What should we do?
Um, I'll just go right into it.
Go for it.
Personally, I guess you could say I have a, one main hot take, one side note, just because I felt it was worth mentioning.
Yes.
This I don't know if this is even considered a hot take, but I think 99% of the time a movie or show soundtrack
Mm-hmm.
that's made by like a bunch of mainstream artists is just absolute garbage.
Other than what, Black Panther?
Other than Black Panther, probably the Spider-Man
Did you come
anime.
upon this by listening to the Weeknd's Avatar song?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, like it's a terrible song, but in the context of rooting for Avatar, it makes complete sense. Yeah, and I think there was another one that came out. What was that? Was that like the Future and Lil Durk or something like that too?
I did not know that was for a movie, but I did
I
like
think it
that
was.
song.
I'm not 100% sure actually yet, so don't crucify me, but I think that's what it was. Um, yeah, I mean, I would say some people might think that's like a hot take because I know there's a handful of people out there that just eat up like soundtracks and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, but a good soundtrack to me is something that you
as
know,
as a like
music that is like established and isn't
yeah, it has
all
replay
made for the
value.
purpose of the movie.
Yeah, I mean for a good soundtrack, it would be like yeah, I don't really know what a good soundtrack would be qualified as because there's
The
like
Shrek soundtrack.
that's true that is yeah, that's a good point. I just think like I don't know whether it's good that it has like replay value outside of like the movie or show or whatever it's for or not. Because I feel like if it does and it's not like niche enough and it's not specific, but at the same time, it's also like good because like the Black Panther soundtrack, like I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's true though. I'm sure there will be some people, some of our millions of viewers that are going to be heated about that take, but um, yeah, I mean I can res-
No,
I can respect that. I agree though, like for sure. Um, there was
just because, yeah.
there was one banger that we used to listen to on the back of the bus in middle school that was from what was it? Oh, I don't know. I don't think it was like Suicide Squad. No, I don't think it was that. It was something else. But it was like it
I
wasn't
think
Suicide.
that came out when we were in high school.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
it wasn't that. It was some like weird like Ninja Turtles or something. I don't even know what it was, but that was a
that's
banger. I forget what it's called or what it is, but and you said you had something else to add, an off.
yeah. My main hot take, I mean, it's related to our Bops and Flops section, just because the man Absol, he dropped an album, and
Hmm.
I did mention in the last episode that I think he was, he's not
You did rip into him
that
a little
good.
bit. Yes.
And this just solidified it for me. I think he's generally very overrated because he seems like the type of artist to me that has not a lot of mainstream appeal, but his fans are very passionate. And it's a little confusing for me because I feel like he uses very repetitive hooks. On this album, like Go Off, which I mean, he put Russ and Big Sean on the same song.
I mean, yeah.
That's kind of all I need to say, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I listened to that. I only listened to like a couple songs off it, but we'll actually get into that later into the bops and flops. But yeah, no, there are definitely some artists out there like him that you're kind of just like, why is there such a like cult following around this person, this
yeah,
artist? Um,
my hot take would be that yeah, it could go without his music.
oh my God,
Absolutely.
this is
I
like
don't think
the
TDE
first artist
benefiting
that,
from him at all.
yeah, no, this is like the first artist or anything I've ever heard you rip into. So I love this. Yeah, no, I'll get into my hot take. Which is that the British rap scene is really good and it doesn't get the attention that I think it should. Um, and there's a ton of good artists and music coming out of England, but it doesn't get much recognition, like specifically in America, other than like Central C, who just creates TikTok songs. Um,
Dave
and
a
I'm
little
not
bit.
and I'm not even talking about like grime or like drill or whatever necessarily. There's just like Dave is one of my favorite artists and he has been for a while, like a year. Um,
Got the so cosign from Drake when he's just 10 million times better than Drake.
Yeah,
So
no, exactly. Like that's just disrespectful, honestly. And then not even mentioning like Russ Millions and Digga D and stuff. There's also smaller artists like Saint, Jordy, Ayrton, and Nems who come out with some really good music. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like rap. I mean it is rap, but it's more of like I don't know, it's its own British thing. And it's just like if they had American accents, then they would be bigger here than just in general, probably. And I think that's unfortunate. But like their accents add to the music and everything. And I don't know, that's just kind of how it is. I feel like
that's something that I hear repetitively is people will be like, I can't take them seriously, or
no,
I can't
exactly.
listen to it just because of the accent. And then it, I don't know, doesn't make any sense to me. The
It's
variety of weird accents in the US that people are just normalize themselves to, like New York accent, Atlanta, they speak completely differently. It feels no
yeah,
different than a British accent
yeah. They
compared to
speak
ours.
Slatinese down in Atlanta. Um, but yeah, I mean those people will also be like white Americans and say like, oh, I can't take the British like. Oh, I can't take their accent seriously, whatever. Like, and then they'll listen to Bad Bunny and they just don't even know what he's saying and stuff like that. So, like, I don't know.
Fair. I don't know how he's the most streamed artist per se.
I,
I never hear his music playing anywhere, social
no, he
settings.
just has that grip on. I don't even know how or why, but I mean, I've listened to some of his music and I like it, but I just don't know. I feel like it's just irks me. Um, yeah, and I guess we can move on. I still am holding on to my other random hot take, but I'll still let that boil for
Just
a little
chuck
bit.
it in there. Whatever.
I'll let it simmer for a bit, and we can move into bops and flops. If you want to take this one, start us off with our bops, and then I'll go into bops, and then you start with flops, and then I'll go into flops.
No, absolutely. The aforementioned Dirk and Future song is what I wrote down. You
Hmm.
know, when I went into the new music release playlist and I realized that I missed a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of albums, so I did a quick little listen of a lot of stuff. I
Yeah.
like that song. I'm massively future biased, which we'll
Yes, it's
figure
true.
out later, but that was a solid one for me. Right into the hype playlist for sure.
Yes.
Um, Little Sims, which I would say she's, right at the top of the British rap scene. Just she feels very Kendrick-esque. She just released an album. It was
Interesting. I have not heard of
amazing.
Little Sims before, actually.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like she's finally kind of getting mainstream, but she's been going at it for a minute, and definitely, not your traditional British rap
Yeah.
stereotype, but um, yeah, that album it was nice, very musical. She's just knows how to flow on everything. It's cute. I like it.
Well, I'll have to give it a listen.
I also put uh a couple of the Absol
Mhm.
songs on there because I thought those were fire, and I'm like, this feels like how I should make music. One was
I
Good.
did as well. I did as well.
Okay, okay. I put Good Man and Fallacy, Fallacy, just
I
because of the samples, and he's I don't know, he finds his pockets, and I actually really appreciate how he goes in on it.
Yeah. I like I said, I didn't really like go into it and listen a whole lot. I kind of just skimmed through a little bit. Um, but I put down like Joey Badass's verse or his part on Moon Shooter. I think he was really good on the song despite Absol being lackluster. And then FOMF, I was surprised by, and I think that one was like pretty good. Um, but yeah, those are the only two I like from him. And one of them was just Joey and not even him because he wasn't very good on the song with Joey. But
Fair, fair. Yeah, I'll have to. I'm just not inspired to keep listening to the album. That's the
yeah,
thing. But
yeah, no,
I skimmed most of the songs, and
yeah,
those ones were fire. So also just had to mention the Masego song.
yes, of course, that one's on my list as well.
Smooth. He does his thing every time.
Yeah,
So
I literally wrote down like he doesn't like that. He doesn't miss. Like I know people
mhm.
say that all the time, they throw it around, but I haven't heard a song by him that I don't like, and it's kind of crazy because
Yeah,
it's just
even
like
when he's a feature, he just does his thing.
yeah,
No,
it's
he's so
ridiculous.
musically inclined. He plays like
So
six instruments.
underappreciated. I've been listening to it since like 2016 or something like that. Like, and he's blown up a little bit, and Fetty Wap just stole his.
Oh, dude, that one had me heated.
No,
I don't know
I know.
how that works, but
At least Masego has
better be
two
getting a
eyes.
bag for that.
Yeah. Uh, do
But
you have any more bops? Yeah, that's
that's
all.
all my bops.
Okay, I have a couple on top of that. So, like I said, a couple of the Absol songs, and then "You Never Visit Me" by Masego. My top song of the week was "Fleek" by Mike Dimes. It was released earlier in the week, I think, not on Friday. But I mean, it's so good. And if you're listening to it, just listen like with as much bass as you possibly can, like in a car or just on a block rocker speaker or something. So that was like the top of my list. And then I also put this in, and I don't, it kind of goes between bops and flops for me. I don't even know if it's like a bop. Um, but I put down Clip in a Tray by Alchemist and Schoolboy Q, which I know you'll be surprised by. And I said that
Ooh,
it's not typically my cup of tea, but it was good to hear Schoolboy Q. I miss him dropping stuff.
right.
But it was good to hear him, but not necessarily over a terrible Alchemist beat, which isn't a one-off thing. I mean, he released it was part of a greater project. I didn't even bother listening to any of it. I mean, some of the features are like Action Bronson and like Conway, the Machine and stuff. So I'm not listening to that. On top of
I get it. It's not
Alchemist, on top of Alchemist, like just whatever he throws around in the background. No, no, thank you. But yeah, it was part of a greater collective. I don't know. It's just good to hear Schoolboy Q. I think he's
Yeah, he's
also
hopping on weird shit.
yeah,
Like
he is.
he was on the
He had one good
Gorillaz
song called like
album.
he had like Cutlass or something come out at some point. I don't know if he was a feature on it. I think he was. That was a good song. But yeah, no, I just want him to drop stuff because what was it called? What was the one he dropped in like 2019, the project or 2018 with
Crash tape.
yeah.
Yeah,
It,
that shirt is so
Crash Talk.
such immense merch.
Yeah,
Immense
Crash Talk. I really like
crash
that
talk.
album. Yeah. And I just want to hear more from him. I miss him in the scene, but I know he's doing his thing. He's taking it easy. He's golfing and stuff. So
It is nice to see that he's, I don't know, he just seems happy. His daughter, he's just like, he posts shit about golf and his
yeah,
daughter plays soccer. And I'm like,
no, he's awesome. Yeah, he's like he said he had a song that was like Soccer Dad, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, that's awesome. And then my last bop of the week was "Ain't Right" by No Cap, um, which is
Okay.
which is good. Why is that is that a flop for you?
No, I actually forgot that he released a little project because I listened to it a few days ago, but I was having a conversation with Lily, my girlfriend, and I was like, I'll just play music in the background, so I didn't actually really
Just
hear
bumping no
anything.
cap in the background.
I was like, all the music came out, I want to listen. This is why I kind of missed shit because we were getting into a conversation
Yeah.
and just like going, you know, obviously it's hard to multitask like that. So
But yeah, no, I only heard that song. I don't know if it was it part of a greater project that he released or an EP or something. I only listened to that song
10
and it was
songs or
good. So yeah. And then excuse me. And then moving on to flops. I put Face to Face by Juice World. Um, I don't know. I kind of just it was like the first thing that popped up, even just when I opened Spotify, was that I listened to it and I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to him. Obviously, it's not going to be like top quality stuff, whatever.
right.
Um, I mean,
Because
I'm
someone
sure he has a
released
lot of stuff. Sorry, what was that? What was that?
oh just we just need to stop these posthumous releases 3 years later.
Yeah, like
Really annoying.
it just I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. I don't really know why. But yeah, and then another flop is Let Go by Central C, who I mentioned earlier. I just said he needs to like calm down and do something that's actually good. Like Floating was a really good song and is a good song. Maybe a little bit overplayed now, but I don't know. He just goes out and creates another TikTok song and with just like he's just tossing a sample on there and just makes that the whole song. I don't know. I just think it's like kind of lazy and he's just shooting for another like viral song, which it's probably going to be, and I think it already is like getting some traction on TikTok. I just think he needs to make something like he just needs to go back to what he was doing before
He doesn't seem
Doja
like
blew up.
the best representative for British rap,
Yeah, I
I
know.
feel like, he's popping off, but not he's definitely talented, but wish some other artists got a little more.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I mean, that'll always happen in music. So other people deserve more shine, but they don't get it. I have a couple more flops, but do you wanna take any? Do you wanna put any in there?
I mean, I put the weekend song um St. John, who I forgot about a little bit just because, he had his massive hit with I mean, it was just the remix of Christ, what is that song? Rose. Let's see. But basically it sounded like, he hasn't released an album in a year at least. I know that. So Roses, yeah. The remix that absolutely exploded. It seems like since that it's gotten to his head and he's not really creatively advanced. So it was a little frustrating. I was like, I've heard this before and it's been so long. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
And also I dumped in oh I mean just for the fuck of it, like Russ released a song and I did listen to it, but
I didn't even. Yeah,
Russ is at like every release, he's still doing this thing where he has this um little emoji, little image thing on a blank color and he just releases random singles and it just feels like he's an AI, like he's not a real person. It feels like he picks or creates a new YouTube beat every song.
yeah.
He's obviously I don't know. He's
Hey,
probably
no,
just one of the most stubborn people on earth because this man cannot let anyone else produce his music or creatively switch anything up.
it's
And
just
it's this, it's not worth it because he's in a totally different um,
I don't even know. Like, yeah, I don't even know what
universe.
he qualifies as or where he fits in. I don't think he does fit in anywhere. Yeah, like I didn't even bother listening to that. I knew what my take on that would be. Like the same thing with the weekend song. I pressed play and let it go for about 5 seconds, skipped through, listened for another like 2 seconds, stopped it, and I was like, yeah, not even gonna like bother talking about that. But I'm glad you put it down because I mean it was also part of soundtrack, so I was just like, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, any more flops from yourself, or should I get into a couple?
That rounds out the flops.
All right, awesome. And I'll run through these quickly. So we have a Suicide Boys and Germ song again. I Dream of Chrome. Needless to say, that's always going to be my flop list, no matter what. Just
I
not
also did
good.
not listen to that album.
Just
There were so many releases this week.
just not my thing. Then we have Sex in the Porch by Diddy and Party Next Door. Party Next Door's parts were like decent, but not anywhere near good enough to save whatever Diddy's talking about on that godforsaken track. Diddy needs to like, oh my, like that was. And then moving on, Durant by Moray. I really thought he would be up next after Quicksand. It was one of my favorite tracks, or maybe even my favorite track from like late 2020 to early 2021. But he has not lived up to that since, like anywhere near that. And the single didn't do anything for me. I hope he can make a return to songs like Quicksand and stuff because I really think he has the potential. He has a good voice, everything, but he's just been releasing weird songs that just I don't know. I don't think it appeals to like any larger audience or any I don't know.
Yeah, no,
He hasn't done.
it
It's
feels like
just it,
he needs to tap into.
like he can sing, but it just baffles me that he did Quicksand and he was rapping and stuff, and he just hasn't gone back to that ever since. It's
Yeah,
just like, yeah, I don't know. It's a little goofy, but I hope Moray does something nice because yeah, I like the guy and he's funny. Like that golf video he sent me. Um,
yeah, he's a whole vibe, but I don't know what it is. I'd like to see him collaborate with maybe people um from his area, maybe just like have
Fayetteville.
it feels like he needs a little bit of a instrumentation switch up.
Yeah,
He needs a little bit of a vibe
he should work
change.
with Cole more.
That would be dope. I mean, he did extremely well on the album. He'd fit right in and made it an anthem.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think he's not giving his he's more versatile than he's letting on
Yeah, exactly.
his music, and it's a little frustrating. It could
And
be a
it's
literal
weird.
thing, so
It's just weird that he's going into his like singing bag instead of his rapping. I just don't get like if I was his manager, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? You need to be rapping. Like this singing stuff, you're great at singing. Just rap, do some hooks that are you singing, whatever.
he can do the hook
Like
and the verse
Quicksand.
so well. So
Yes.
yeah,
Like there's really not like I don't know. There's not too many people on his level, as in like I don't know. I feel like there's not too many people like at his level. Not saying that he's like not popular or whatever. Like he kind of is a little bit, but I feel like there's not that many people that can like sing, like do a hook and rap as well as he could do. And I don't know, just surprises me. And then okay, I think that's all for bops and flops. Now we can move into artist, and I will show my first one first.
lovely segment.
All right, let's get into this.
Oh, oh, this is a tough one.
This is the one I said to you that before I crafted or when I crafted it, I said to you that I feel like you're gonna guess somebody else than who'd actually, but just go for it. Shoot what you think.
Immediately I want to say Bobby Shmurda is one of them, but it feels like he's not wearing enough jewelry. Like, is that?
So so pretty much the face is one person, and everything else, including the hair and stuff, is somebody else. So it's pretty much it's just the face that's been swapped. But I knew you were gonna say Bobby Shmurda. It is not Bobby Shmurda. It looks like him a lot.
It really does.
It doesn't look whatsoever like the person that it is for the face. So
Okay.
that's it's
Face looks like Mike Dimes.
it is not like
It's not?
no.
Okay.
The face is somebody that I originally did for the Guess Who part, but I switched it up. Um,
Okay.
so if you need any hints, I have some pretty good deep cuts that I could tell you for the face. Or do you have any guesses for like the body and the chains and stuff?
No, would one of them be Young Dolph?
You're extremely close.
E-Log?
Key Glock?
Is that the
Yes,
body?
that is the body. Yes,
Okay, okay,
that's a
okay.
great guess. I wouldn't have gotten that.
Oh, now I'm seeing that it says like Paper Route Empire on his chain. which is their label, but
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. So unfortunately, I really need to get up on that.
face. Oh, I think I could use a little hint if you got one for that.
It is this artist is currently serving a 7-year sentence in prison and has released a Christmas album,
Oh,
and is from Orlando, Florida.
Orlando. Okay. I mean, is it? It's not Melly, is it? Surely his sentence wouldn't be 7 years.
Uh, his most
Shiesty?
no, his most popular song though is with YNW Melly.
Is it Glock 9?
This is Key Glock 9.
That is fire.
That doesn't look like him whatsoever, right? Weird. It's just because like the only thing that it like makes Glock 9 look like Glock 9 is his hair.
The hair, yeah. This
And if I
definitely is
and if I
not.
did it with Glock 9's hair, that would be way too obvious.
No,
All right, we'll
I
move on to one of
appreciate this.
yours.
Let's do it.
Okay, what is
Oh,
okay?
that's from last week.
Um,
This one, I kind of had to crop it because
is that
I
is it
did
out?
I had did like a reverse face swap in the app,
Oh
so then
yes,
it
I
just
see.
showed their faces. I was like, I can't be
I
doing that.
see. Is there any Vince Staples in this?
No, but it does. It looks a lot like him. And that's what I was gonna say earlier. Is Absol, especially the instrumentals, feels like it's just directly taking from Vince Staples. I don't know
Probably
why.
is, yeah. I don't know who the face is. It's like I feel like I should know that. Oh, is that
I
Baby
think you just
Keem?
no. It's just like these
Neither
are
the
just two
outside
of
isn't Baby Keem either. What the hell?
either or Baby Keem. These are just two of my favorite artists. One of them was mentioned already today.
Future.
No. Uh, think the South, specifically Alabama and Tennessee.
Oh, oh, I see the dent. Is that wait? Is one of them Young Boy?
No, but
Why do I see a
he
dent on his forehead right
he
here?
is signed to Youngboy though, and he does have it.
He has a dent as well.
I mean, I didn't really notice that. I feel
I
like
don't know what that
I need to
is.
look at more pictures of him.
That's why I thought it was 21 too, because of that. I thought it was the knife, but
Oh, I see what you mean. No,
I think Memphis. I already went through all the Memphis,
no, he's not from Memphis. He's
or you said Tennessee, but I don't know why
yeah.
I'm not getting this right now. Probably because it's so bad quality because you cropped it so much. But no, I'm
No,
not getting.
it wasn't the best quality, that's for
Okay,
sure.
I need to give me an give me like a pretty big hint on just one of them at least because I'm
Okay, so
think
the
this
the artist who's the body, he has an eagle tattooed on his face.
is it no cap?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the body,
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
the face.
Um,
He's from Tennessee, but he's signed to TD.
Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. I don't know why I couldn't get the face. Like, that is definitely
It
it.
feels like it. I don't know. This one was interesting. It almost looks like
The
the
hair really threw me off. I don't know why. I
I
guess I
know the
haven't
no
seen.
cap. His hair is definitely not
I thought it was
like that.
Vince right off the bat. Thought I got that for sure. Okay, this one I'm wearing. It's the one I've been talking about. It is. Yeah, you'll just see it.
Oh my god, that is it's a bit of a rough hairline. Um, I want to say Moray is one of them.
Yes.
He's the face. Body, God, he looks like he's built like academics or something. Oh, so it's gonna be the body is also the hair, right?
Yeah. This one got a little mixed up, but yeah.
Gosh, this hair, it looks familiar, like this specific hairstyle. I'm gonna need a little bit of a hint.
The body. So the face really mixed with the body here. The body, the wrapper, that is the body is white.
Oh my God, it's G-Eazy.
Incorrect.
No?
No. You know
It's
how I've been going
not
on
it.
wordplay with all of these, which I'll probably switch that up soon.
Oh
This
yeah,
isn't
no,
the
no. I
wordplay
should.
one.
I like how you do that. I always forget. I'm just like, oh, I'll just search up random people that could mix well. So it's not G-Eazy. Moray. I wanted to say Moray J, but
That sounds pretty good.
Macklemore.
Yes, it is Macklemore.
Oh
Indeed.
God, that no, it does. It that that's
Okay. Oh my. Okay, so MGK
yes.
and why does that look like Ryan Reynolds? Wait, so
This one's
MGK
crazy how they mix the hair. Like,
MGK is definitely the body, but then the
mm,
face.
MGK
No?
is the face.
Oh, so
Yeah,
they mixed. Oh,
yeah.
the body is that G Easy?
No,
Oh, Eminem.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah, that makes sense.
was
I
crazy because the MGK photo I put in, he has pink hair, and they just
Oh,
safe to
interesting.
say there's a large discrepancy in you know app ability between this one and mixed.
Yes, yes. All right, so I guess let's get into guess who. I'll guess yours first if we want to do that.
Let's do it.
All right.
So started off level 5 hardest knowledge for this artist. So he appeared on Lil Baby's Street Gossip album, but it was actually his counterpart, Rilo Rodriguez, who got signed to Lil Baby's album. So the extent to what I know about this is basically that, he was on the album, he killed his feature, but he didn't get signed. So then he got signed to someone else instead. It's a little bit of a beef situation, but
Yeah, no, I mean I should definitely know this, but it's not clicking right now. And I know this, but all right, let's move. Let's get another hint in here.
all right. 4. He appeared on my 2021 top 5 artists, maybe 2022 as well. This, I don't expect you to know this, but if you have them, thinking about when we send each other the lists,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't even know who that would have been. 2021.
2021. Pretty sure he was top 5 this year too, though.
I don't know. Hit me with another one. I should know Rilo Rodriguez's counterpart. I don't know why it's not hitting right now.
I feel like this was a real big, topic of conversation back in the day with our friend Elijah, who would, he definitely got into Rilo a bit.
Yes, yes, I
Loves
do.
to put us on the music and all that. Let's see. Number 3, his real name is Kobe Vidal Crawford Jr., which to me, I'm like, damn, this man is named after Kobe, Arturo Vidal, and Jamal Crawford. That's just, he's got to have some athleticism in his veins.
Huh. Or did any of those related to his name, his stage name whatsoever?
No,
Yeah, no, that doesn't help. Okay, move on. What is
it
this?
was the name of his most recent album.
Oh,
That was one of, it was in there, so I don't know. Number 2, he's from Mobile, Alabama. Probably the most prominent Mobile, Alabama artist. Actually, yeah, definitely at this point.
um, well, YBN Namir's from Alabama.
It's not him.
That's not my
Although
guess.
I, at the time, I could have seen him on a Lil Baby album. It was 2018.
Yeah, no,
Awesome
I mean,
album. So
but no, I is Young Boy from Alabama? I don't even know, honestly. Is he from there?
Louisiana,
Oh, same thing.
Baton
Same thing.
Rouge, I think.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know
Uh,
why I thought Alabama. I don't know any other Alabamians, I think.
Alabamians.
I
This was a toss-up. It was like I wasn't sure if you knew this or not, so I
yeah,
was like, I'll just make it a little more generalized.
because I like know Rilo Rodriguez's counterpart, whatever, like his man's or ex man's. I just like I don't know why I'm blanking on it. I like I know this person, but I don't think I like have necessarily listened to them a whole lot.
fair.
I don't think.
Are
All right, hit me with
you,
there's one more, right?
final one is
Yes.
just that you have a shirt with this man on it.
Oh, so is it
At least I'm very confident that you
did
do,
you
or
do
it
another
is
no
something.
cap?
Yes.
Yeah. Damn.
I realize this man is a heavy topic of conversation for
That's
this episode.
terrible. So I do listen to him. I actually like don't listen to him a whole lot, but I did that's a tough one. I don't know like anything about him though. Like I guess he wasn't even who I was thinking of with the Rilo beat and stuff. To be fair,
Fair
don't know
enough.
what that shirt is anymore. And I only got it for Lige, so just to get some cred with Lige.
It's a dope shirt. I'll take it.
Yes. All right. My guess who?
Let's get into it.
I first gained popularity by releasing a remix of Rigor Mortis by Kendrick Lamar to YouTube.
Whoa.
Back in the day.
Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna go with like Vince Staples. I'm not really sure.
Incorrect. Should
Okay,
we go to the second hint?
go for it.
I am signed to Rock Nation.
Oh, this is tough. This Rock Nation, not a label I'm very familiar with. But oh, could it be Dave East?
Incorrect.
Okay. I
Moving
got nothing
on.
else.
Moving on to number three. My major label debut was released in 2019. And the title of it is named after my father's assumed American name because he is a first generation, because the rapper is first generation American. So his father had an assumed American name, changed his name, whatever, went by a different name in America. And that album is named after his dad's American name.
Yeah, this is tough.
His or hers, sorry.
I got nothing. You gotta hit me with another one.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I am featured on a remix of Take K's I Love My Choppa.
Could it be Corday?
Incorrect. This one is pretty hard. But yeah, okay. One more. Do you want the last hint?
Yeah.
And I mean this one, like I think is just know that this is the last hint because it holds a lot of importance to who it actually is. My rap career began in high school and I was part of a group, and the group's name was Cream Click. KREAM space CLICC.
Loving the spelling.
KREAM.
Could it be Baby Keem?
Incorrect. I'll give you one final guess. Cream is a part of the artist's name.
Cream is okay, so Cream is actually in their name.
Yes. Which I probably should include in the hint, to be fair.
Cream, 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 cream,
It
cream.
is something cream.
I just can't get Baby Cream out of my head now.
Fair enough.
Um, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
It is Maxo Cream.
Oh, oh my gosh.
My hints weren't the easiest, but
No, that it's another artist that yeah,
he's from
listen to a
Houston.
little bit,
I don't
but
know if you knew that, but I didn't bother. I didn't want to include the place of birth or residence in there necessarily.
no, that's fair. I think if you had said like he was on Fetty, that would have clicked.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
maybe, but I was totally stumped. Like yeah,
I mean, I honestly didn't even know he was featured on I Love My Choppa, but I
was
guess
he
he
on
was.
Fetty? He was.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, I feel
He
like
was
I need to
also on
listen to
Revenge of the
that more. So.
Dreamers 3 as well.
Which song?
It was I don't remember. It wasn't really one. Oh, it's Oh Wow Swerve.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember his first. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I guess we're a little pressed for time, so I think we can just end off with Mount Rushmore. We can skip an artist or song recommendation for this week. We can carry that on to next week if that's all right.
sounds good to me.
Okay, let's just go back and forth and then name one person off each of ours and then name our final list and see what we're working with.
Okay.
I will go first. The first, it's not necessarily in order, but it actually is in order from like my favorite to my least. So this is Mount Rushmore. We're naming our top four rappers, pretty much of all time, or like our favorite, or combined with like most influential slash I don't know, just what we think is the best amalgamation of them all. So number one for me is Jermaine Cole, the GOAT, the greatest rapper of all time, the best in the biz, from Vietnam,
Okay.
actually born in Frankfurt, Germany,
I
from
can respect
Fayetteville, North
that.
Carolina.
I
Yes.
considered putting him on there as well. So
Oh wow, he didn't make your list.
absolutely not. My first, uh, mine was not in order, but I put Young Thug.
Okay, yeah, he was definitely somebody I was considering heavily. Yeah. Any rhyme or reason as to why you put him on there?
Okay, yeah, I'll do the reason for each of them after I say it. So him, I think he's just opened the door in terms of like what feels um acceptable within the industry to do because he will literally say anything,
Yeah,
make any type of noise over a beat, ad libs are crazy, flow insane. Like he's also built up this whole label that's I feel like just
yeah,
spread throughout everything. So for me, it's like it's completely different than any other artist. So I gotta put him on there.
yeah. Fair
Popularity as
enough.
well. Free
Um,
Thug.
yes, free the boy. And second is somebody I feel like you should probably have on yours, but I'm not totally sure. I mean, I'm sure you probably have Future somewhere in there, but this is not Future. This is Kendrick Lamar, who I just put him on there because I don't know. I just have to. I think he's just I don't know solidified himself as I think putting all bias aside and everything he had like in my opinion has to be the most like he just has to be the best to come out since like I mean in the last decade whatever I just think he is.
Okay,
That's really it.
that's fair. Next person I put was Future.
Yes.
Um, Future recently noticed as well that he's on so much music. He
Yeah.
never stops. And you could relate this to someone like Russ or a lot of artists, but I feel like, he's on a lot of smaller artist songs. He's constantly doing his thing.
Yeah.
I feel like he can do everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
Sonically for me, not in terms of like rapping ability, but
Yeah. No, I get that.
he just yeah,
Makes sense. A lot of like influence too.
influence. His music doesn't get old to me, so
Yeah.
mine's definitely a little more of a personal bias one, but I
Yeah.
think,
For sure.
it's you could very reasonably put him on a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Makes sense. And then I, for my next spot, I put on somebody who I guess when I first got into rap years ago, listened to over time, haven't really like stuck with listening to him um that much. I just, me and like older music and stuff, but you can't doubt the influence and the just everything about Lil Wayne, who is on my list. Like again,
Mm,
like I said, not like a necessarily a personal favorite of mine, not somebody I go to a lot or go back to a lot, but I mean, I don't know. I just think you can't deny the influence and everything. Simple
I
as.
agree. I think he's very interchangeable with Young Thug for me.
Yeah,
'Cause I feel like Young Thug heavily inspired by him.
yeah,
Yeah.
fair
Damn.
enough.
Okay. I didn't exactly expect this, but fair
Yeah,
enough.
yes, I know, I know. Definitely.
The next one I put is Nas,
Okay.
just because he might not be in my heavy rotation as much anymore as when I originally got into hip hop about 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
But it's just really evident how consistent he is, and he's just able to do his own thing
yeah. Hmm.
over time. Really big um, reason for me was, I mean, hard to say that, but it was noticeable when he did a collab song with 21 Savage and
Yeah,
just knows how to do his thing. Gave props
that's
to him.
very true. I mean, he's somebody I honestly never really listened to that much just because I don't know. I got into rap like 2010, 2011 probably, and I just never went back that far. And at this point in my career, I don't I don't know. I don't think I mean I'm sure at some point I'll have to go back and listen to his stuff, but I just have never really gotten there. I know of his influence. I know of like how much people revere him and everything. But yeah,
So this means your old head tape was Lil Wayne then.
incorrect. I have
No?
one more older
Oh.
head take coming. I just like I
Oh.
don't know. I kind of went more of like a. I mean, I put Cole in there because he's like my favorite of all time. Put
Yeah.
Kendrick in there just because like in terms of like early mid 2010s to now, whatever all that time, I just think you can't
Always
not
relevant.
really put him in there. And then I put Lil Wayne like mid late 2000s, and I have somebody who precedes Lil Wayne, kind of going by like a
Timeline, yeah.
little bit of a timeline. So my fourth person is Mr. Three Stacks himself, Andre 3000. Um,
Yeah.
I just like I don't he I would put Outcast on here, but I mean it's a group. It's a duo, whatever. So I just put Andre himself. I just think again the influence, the just like so I would say ahead of his time. Um I just yeah, just especially going for somebody from more of that like generation, early 2000s or like late 90s stuff. I kind of just think I had to put him in there just because of the how well it holds up over time. Like for me, especially, I'm going back and listening to Outkast and stuff. I'm not going back and listening to Jay-Z and Nas and whatever personally. So I just think yeah, holds up.
Absolutely. Once we started talking about our Mount Rushmore, I was like, I totally forgot about him.
Yeah,
So he's definitely an alternate for me, but
yeah,
my fourth is just it's you'd call it very subjective, but I put Isaiah Rashad just
okay.
because for me he's never ever missed in any way, shape, or form.
I can respect that. I can understand that. Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I think the way I think about it, it's like he has it. My list was a little more subjective for sure.
yeah. I mean,
If I were to go off of like, a Mount Rushmore to include influence and
mhm,
or like origination of stuff, I'd put Three Stacks instead of him.
yeah. I try to
Lil
do more
Wayne
of like
instead of
a
Young Thug, but
yeah. I try to do more of a combination of the two. But if I went more of my like personal preference and personal taste, like you did, I probably would have done like Cole, Kendrick, Thug, and like I would probably put JID on there to be honest.
Whew. Yeah, for real.
Like I don't know. I would just have to. He's
Never misses is a very accurate.
an understatement. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's about it. I don't really have any gripes with you. I mean, we did it a little bit differently, but I think we can both understand where we're coming from. I know that Lil Wayne and Andre 3000 are kind of out of left field for myself, but
Yeah, I'm.
I just think like from their generations and stuff, and just how rap was when they were rapping. If you take them and put them in nowadays, I just think that they like pretty much hold up the best of anybody from that time, and I think that's really important because I don't. It's just like I just think it's important. Like you got to be able to hold up over time and just to like establish and
They
like
both
prove. Like,
never feel like they ever tried to fit
yeah,
into what, the times were at all. Even
exactly.
now, like the features that specifically Andre 3000 does, it's just like it's so uniquely him, but like he does it in a way that no one else does.
Yeah,
I just really fucking wish he would make solo music.
I know. I know.
I know I remember him saying that it's just he's like, yeah, it's just not I think basically there was like taking away from the current scene. I'm like, nah, like come on, dude.
No, that's just an
Come on.
excuse.
Just kill them all. Just do it.
I'm kidding. My Mount Rushmore is actually Eminem, Logic, Tom McDonald, and MGK. And yeah, that's I mean that's just facts. And
I
you could
went a
toss
similar
in
route.
you could
Macklemore, G-Eazy,
you could toss it
NM.
G-Eazy, Russ are kind of like in token. They can all be swapped in there too. So yeah, no, and I think that's all. We did skip out on one segment, but next time we will have everything prepared. I'm not sure when that will be. Maybe I think we did our last one like did we do our last one last weekend? Yeah,
We did. It was on
we did.
Saturday.
Yes, that's right. I don't know when we'll do the next one.
Who knows? Could be a
Could
Christmas
be could be a
special.
week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be three, but we'll be back at some point. And yeah, that's about it. Anything to add, Angus? Any clocking out this time or
I'm
anything?
excited to do an in-person episode, to be
Oh my
honest.
gosh, yes. In
I'm
person.
very hyped
And we'll
about
have some
that.
special guests as well. We'll have some indie pop. We have an indie pop specialist and we have a plumber specialist. I got to get going, but yeah, another good week. I think we ran about 50 minutes or so. I think more, honestly, a little more. But yeah, another good week. We have to get into some. We need to find out some really just good hot takes and arguments. We need to argue more. We're too civil. We need to just find something that we can both like. We're both strongly. We're just playing tug of war. We're both strongly for one side. So we need to find something like that. But
I absolutely agree.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
we need to play some tug of war. Maybe we'll have a segment like that. We'll put out like a take there. Segment called Tug of War. We'll put out a take that I think is I'm really strong for, and I think you're another way for, and then we'll see if that's like correct. And if it is correct, then we just get into it and we start fist fighting.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel like every episode I'm getting a little more familiar with what your takes are like
Yeah,
now. It's a little surprising, but
yeah.
I think I would love to just go in
Mm-hmm.
and you know,
We'll do that.
really
Alrighty,
test your
well,
musical stamina.
thank you everybody for watching. This was our first episode of the Bridge is Up podcast. I'm Sam, and
I'm
this
Angus.
and this is Angus. And and yeah, that's that. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. And we are clocking out. I think this dude came over and fixed my toilet the other day.
Holy shit.
Smoked scat pack.
Clocking off from the hottest pod